Hey, good afternoon to all those who are not on the West Coast. Because it's not quite afternoon for you yet, but it is for the rest of the country. Keith Andrews here, coming to you from Birmingham, Alabama area. Actually, Hoover, Alabama. That's where our state offices are. And I like to say, welcome. It is Monday. It is September 23rd, 2024. 2024. Oh my gosh. So 25 years ago was 1999. Can you imagine that? Wow. All right. So for those of you who know off the top of your head that don't have to go to Google, what is so significant about September 23rd in history? Anybody? Well, that was easy. And you know what? I don't have an answer either. So if somebody wants to Google that, let us know. In the meantime, I'd like to welcome all you who have showed up here in person. I do not see, yes, I do see a new name showing up here. Somebody named Max Torres. Mr. Max Torres, now's your time to shine. Who are you? Just come online. Let's see your video. Let's see your smiling face. Tell us who you are. I'll give you a minute the most. Go for it. What you got? There he is.
Hey, how's it going?
All right. Who are you, Max?
I'm a realtor that works here in the Yakima Valley, more towards the northwest. I'm just a newer kind of guy starting out right now, so just excited to see what kind of things I
So
can learn.
you are a realtor. How did you hear about this commercial crowd Zoom?
From I heard from it from one of the EXP classrooms, the calendars. So I took it and I
What?
figured I'd come check it out. It was a calendar option, so I figured I wanted
We
to.
are on a calendar, guys.
Yeah, so that's how I found you.
I can't believe that. What did we do? How did we get on this calendar? This is awesome.
Something good.
Something good. All right. That could be a song. Well, Max, welcome. You say Yakima Valley. Are we talking about Washington State?
Yeah, Washington State.
All right. And you're in the real estate side, you're in the residential side, EXP Realty?
Yeah,
All right. Well, you're going to get to learn a little bit about commercial today, possibly.
yes, sir. I'm excited.
This is a casual meeting. We do have ground rules for everybody. There's one other person. I'll let him introduce himself in a second, but here's the ground rules. I'm Keith. I don't answer the questions. Unless absolutely nobody answers the question, I'll answer the question. But we got plenty of people here who've been around in commercial for years. And oh, by the way, EXP Commercial is heading on 4 years. And I'll just announce it right now, and I'll do it again at the end of the call. We will celebrate 4 years of EXP Commercial in Atlanta, Georgia, November 13th and 14th. Don't forget that, November 13th and 14th. That's about 2 weeks after EXPCon. And for those of you that haven't registered to go to EXPCon, I'm telling you, if you want to invest in yourself in this company, of all the meetings that could happen all year long, you should go to EXPCon. Don't go to anything else, go to EXPCon. It'll be well worth it. You will learn so much about all the EXP companies, about EXP World Holdings, about 7, 8, 9,000 of us will be there from whatever companies of EXP World Holdings, most of it realty, of course. All the countries will be there. You should go. I'm just telling you that now. It's what, 6 weeks, 5 weeks away? Yeah, today's the 23rd, right? So we're 5 weeks away. Okay. So that's my spiel for that. Questions on the XPCon? Nope. Okay. See, that was quick. You have to answer quick or we move on. That's the other ground rules. Ari. Who is Ari? Ari's iPhone. Ariel's iPhone. Ari, introduce yourself. Tell us where you are. Where are you? Who are you? What you doing in life? Come on. Come on back on, Ari. Come on.
Hey,
There.
been in real estate about a decade. Just joined the commercial about a month ago, 2 months ago. I'm with Keith, trying to close deals.
Where are you?
Brooklyn, New York. I'm here.
Brooklyn. Woo. Go ahead. Tell us about it.
Tell you about Brooklyn, huh?
Yeah. How much is a per square price of dirt in Brooklyn, New York?
Per square price of Brooklyn, New York. For
Yeah.
residential, almost $200 for a piece of dirt.
Rich, I think that's got you beat, buddy. $200 a square foot for dirt if it's residential in Brooklyn, New York.
Brooklyn is not what it used to be, Keith.
Is do they even have dirt there? Or is it just all concrete? I don't know, man. I have no idea.
No dirt left. That's true.
Listen, okay. Hey, look, we got a third visitor here. Somebody named Chad. Who is Chad? Let's go. Come on. We ain't got all day. Let's go.
I'm the guy that's driving to Miami right now, so I'm here to just listen.
That Chad. Everybody knows Chad. Chad, I understand you're gonna host a fun event at EXPCon. You want to tell everybody about it right now? We get it on recording here.
Yeah, sure. So I used to belong to this high-end cigar lounge in Atlanta called the Red Phone Booth. It's a speakeasy, so you go into the red phone booth, dial the secret phone number, which is a real phone number, and then the wall that the phone is on lets you into the club. Every kind of bourbon and scotch you can imagine, big walk-in humidor. All the seating is custom-made, tie-in leather stuff. Anyways, they have 2 locations in Atlanta, one Austin, one Nashville, and they just opened the first one in Florida in Brickell last year, earlier this year, sorry. And so I'm going to plan an event for us. I'm still waiting to see what, the agendas and mixers and whatever's are at cons, so I can plan around that because I don't want to compete with anything. But it'll be an event. The only people I'm going to be inviting will be commercial people, luxury certified agents, and realty icon agents. That's it. Invite only. Yeah, that's it. I don't know what else to tell you. Still working out the details.
And that's awesome, Chad. Look, if you have to have it in the morning, I'm sure some people won't mind.
I might mind.
All right. So
I don't want to walk into the meeting room smelling like cigars.
yeah, you know what? No, we don't want you to smell like cigars, but maybe a glass of scotch, right, Rich? That'd be okay. You never know.
Start early.
Yeah. And let me just remind you, at EXPCon, we do have in over the 3 days of all the different meetings, there will be at least 2 commercial meetings each day. Nobody knows all the agenda yet. Sean Murphy knows the topics. I'm not sure who all here will be on panels. I believe that I have been invited to be a speaker on one of them. So we'll see how that goes. And but yeah, it's gonna be a lot of fun, EXPCon. I don't know why I'm talking about it right now. I'm fired up. Fired up about EXPCon. I mean, it's huge, people. Look, you've been in this company for less than a year or since the last EXPCon. You gotta go. I said that how many times now? You gotta go. Okay. So today I've noticed that we have a VIP in our meeting. Can you believe that? We have a VIP other than myself. Just play with you. Some young lady here named Dana. Now, why is she a VIP? Because she is one of our fantastic commercial designated managing brokers who has stepped up and she's handling more than one state. And we need that to happen. As we all know, it's a lot easier when the designated managing broker of EXP Realty does not have to worry about us commercial people in their state. It's a lot easier for them and it's a lot easier for us. So Dana, you got any great, wonderful news to tell us today from Nevada or Tennessee?
Hi there. Everything
Hi.
is everything nice to see everybody. Yeah, everything is great. The weather's cooled off about 20 degrees in Vegas, so happy about that. Tennessee is going very well. I was not there for your IRL a couple weeks ago. I'm looking at the calendar for the November 13th and 14th. That's in Atlanta. That's the cool thing about this company. It's like there's always something going on somewhere. So that's really exciting. I'll be at EXPCon. I was just going to let you know they're working on a commercial mixer for the 28th. So they're gonna do the details on that hopefully soon. So I'm really excited. Last year was my first EXPCon, and luckily it was in Las Vegas, so it was right in my backyard. I guess you could call the strip my front yard.
Wow.
But I'm excited for this year in Miami. A lot of commercial breakout sessions and commercial programming. We have a new director of commercial operations. There's just so much
Is he here
good
now? Has he,
good
is it
stuff.
official?
I'm not sure
No,
if
I
it's
haven't seen an
official.
announcement, so I was just curious.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. So there's exciting stuff happening. So we're yeah, things are going great, and we're really excited. I think for the commercial division, we're going to have a lot of energy and excitement at EXPCon, and getting my hotel booked right now on my other computer. So I'm excited to see everybody there.
All right. Questions for Miss Dana? Come on. Nothing? Okay. That's okay. So, before I started recording, I asked if anybody's got anything you want to discuss. Off recording now, on recording, is there something that has popped up? I noticed that we have, what, one, two, let me see here. I'm looking across my screen here. Three, I think we have three people in our business brokerage division of EXP Commercial. Is that right? Let's see. Who is that, by the way? I think people just disappeared on me. Drew, you doing business brokerage now? Nelson, you got some of that going on? You strictly in the CRE side?
Well, I'm getting ready to launch a YouTube channel called Sustainable Solutions in Real Estate. It's a project, joint venture with, the U.S. Green Building Council. And, we've signed up a fantastic, international company to be our initial sponsor. They're the, largest water, pump manufacturer in the world. And they're very, very oriented in, sustainability and, training. And so we're just getting this off the ground. Hopefully our first, and it'll be a twice a week long video, twice a week for a year. We're going to talk about sustainability issues, and we're going to reach out across all the silos of individual business types, and address the same kind of sustainable solution issues that all type of real estate are looking to lower their utility costs, improve their performance, and lower their emissions. And we have the strategies to help get that off the ground. So that's what I'm putting into action.
I gotta ask, lower their emissions. That's a broad statement, is it not? Emissions?
Well, it's greenhouse gas carbon emissions. That's really the focus that everybody can focus in on. There are a lot of emissions outside of in the oil and gas industry, including methane and some others. But for the built environment, we're pretty much focused on greenhouse gas emissions.
Okay, so if you're okay, I'm gonna ask a couple questions and people can answer as well or chime in. We have different asset groups in commercial. Commercial encompasses everything other than what you and I go home and sleep in at night, right? Basically, that's unless we're in an apartment, then commercial covers apartments too. But normally you think of residential or commercial, everything commercial, and you have residential. If you look at the different asset groups, what would be the main focus of your efforts, let's say in storage facilities or in industrial or in, well, we understand industrial, but that covers a gamut, or in multifamily or in office or in what else? Hospitality. What would be the different, if you just want to toss a couple things out there that we're concerned about, or that we have efforts that we're working on?
This is a great EXP story. It's playing out right now, so it's not a complete story. But in your meeting, there was a woman from New Hampshire, and I gotta just put this in voicemail.
Okay.
So in New Hampshire. She bought a hotel in Houston with another partner.
She's from Rhode Island, Rhode Island.
Rhode Island.
Yeah, that's what you're talking about. Okay, go ahead. Yeah.
So I made an effort to reach out to her. We've been talking on the phone, but I met her operating partner, and we discovered that they had just bought a low-end hotel they're converting to multifamily. So they've got a big strategy for converting hotel to multifamily. And so we showed them a strategy how they can use property assessed clean energy funding to pay for a lot of their renovation. And so we hired an engineer. Well, they did. We signed a facilitation agreement, finance facilitation agreement. And we brought in the engineers who just did a whole energy plan and model of what's going to be taken out, replaced with, and how those qualifying improvements qualify. We thought we might get up to about $1 million in qualified renovation costs. Well, we're up to more than we can handle. If I could get $8 million in funding, I could get it all approved under PACE, but it's limited by 25% of its after repaired value after finished. And that is, we're still getting an appraisal on that. So we think we're going to have an appraisal in the $15 million range if it's a fully stabilized product. And I think we're going to qualify and execute between $3 and $3.5 million of energy improvements, water saving improvements, and HVAC, hot water. I have to step away for 1 second. I'm sorry, but I'll be right back.
That's okay. That's okay. Anybody else here dealt with any of this at all? Have any idea what he's talking about?
Yeah, this is Chad. I mean, I don't have direct experience with it. I am aware of it, and when I talk with building owners, like when I'm getting a listing or whatever, I tell them about the program, especially if I see the building, got a lot of deferred maintenance or whatever that needs some updating. But that's the extent of it. I raised my hand earlier to ask him if what he was talking about was PACE, the PACE program, and then he said it. That's why I lowered my hand. That's what I figured it was. What I like about it is if you're running a triple net lease, right? Then obviously, because all that attaches to your property taxes, basically, your client funds the improvements. So.
Okay, so I'm not aware of the specifics of the potential funding where it could actually have a major effect on your funds needed for adapting or reuse or something.
Yeah, so sorry, I'm having a maintenance issue and someone's coming to my door, so that's why I stepped away.
Sorry about that, Nelson. Putting you on the spot, buddy.
No, but anyway, so yeah, we think that we're revving up his anticipated ROI significantly from where they thought they were going to. They were doing limited improvements, but we're giving them an opportunity to do a major improvement, and really bring down their water costs, and also we're going to be doing a major solar installation and battery. All this is there's going to lead to some really nice tax credits that the owners are going to be able to utilize, and it's a fantastic. It's going to be a fantastic outcome, and we're working on 2 or 3 of them with the same client. So I think we're going to really bring some great case studies about the connecting sustainability and profitability.
Anybody got questions for Nelson on that? Yeah, go ahead, Max.
Hey, Nelson, is that had to be done before the closing on the purchase, or can they come in after they purchased it and try to use the program?
You have to own the property to use the program.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so you can't do it in advance. There are strategies that fit every owner, and they're not all, PACE. in the utility markets that are open markets and competitive, there's some companies like Constellation Energy and Engie. There's others, but I know those two. And if you sign a 5-7 year commitment to buy their power, then they'll put the energy improvement costs in their utility bill, and just you pay it down over the 5 to 7 years of your contract. And that could be one really good. You don't have to get any kind of approval from your lender or anything like that. But and that's that's a very competitive product. And then there's energy efficiency as a service, where someone will come in and do a lease opportunity with you, where they'll pay for all the equipment. They'll lease it to your property on a payment that's basically saves as much as it costs. And after a period of 5 to 7 years, they turn it over to you, and but they've got a really strong program, very little out-of-pocket costs. So PACE is really where I started in this whole program, and I'm most experienced with. But there's a lot of economic solutions that'll help someone address their wasted energy and water and redeploy that into better performing assets.
Okay, do you have free time this afternoon, Central Daylight Time, around 3:30 to 4?
I'm sorry, I didn't hear you.
Yeah, Nelson's
Do
in
you have
Texas,
the-
Max.
do you have
Nelson's in Texas, same time as you.
Oh, it is?
Yeah.
Okay. Just post your email address and I will send you a project I'm working on right now.
Oh, cool.
Oh, excellent. Chad, question. You're muted.
Sorry. I heard you say it was with tax credits, but can you not also finance it with your property taxes? Or is that state by state, depends on the state or the program, or?
So property assessed clean energy is it's an idea. It's it's passed by state to state, and each state has their particular uniqueness. I'm sorry, I got someone at the door. I'll be right back. Sorry about that.
All right, Chad, we're gonna turn on the music. Do, 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 do. Oh, no.
By the
Well, I
way,
guess it is
Keith,
state by state. Never mind.
Yeah, Max.
Keith, in the history, 23rd of September is the year that, or the date that Abraham Lincoln announced that emancipation proclamation in the northern states. Also, it's the same day that is Bob Marley's and John Bon Jovi's birthday. And let me see what else it was. I just read it on Google and I was going to share it with you. Okay. And let's see. Proclamation. Billy the Kid was first time arrested on this date, by the way. So I thought you would
Thank
be
you, Max. Appreciate you, buddy.
hear that. That's the trivia right now for the time being that Nelson is away.
Okay,
back.
Nelson, you're back. What's your answer?
Yeah, so I was saying that so property assessed clean energy is a concept that's it's been approved in probably 40 plus states in the United States, and then each taxing district, whether it's a county or a city, has to opt into be able to provide it, because it's the property is the security, and the collection is through the property tax system. So basically, the security on the loan is guaranteed to be paid as a property tax. So in Texas, we have very specific qualifications. It has to save overall as much as it costs over the course of the average useful life of all the improvements. So that can be up to 20 to 25 years. And it can take multi improvements, so utility improvements, utility cost improvements. And then the measured by an engineered so you have to have an engineer write a plan or write a model, And then you have to have a third-party engineer concur that, yeah, we do that, it's gonna save that much. Once it goes through those two processes, then it's really private capital that wants to do that loan. So there's a pretty big market of private capital that lends in the
Well,
PACE space.
Chad, your hand's still up. You got another question? You may lower it.
Yeah, go ahead. Sorry, driving.
Okay, I do have a question. What's available to new construction? I got
PACE is
stuff I'm ready
available
to
to new
build.
construction in most states.
New construction. Okay, so where do we find out, Nelson? Do I just say, hey, Nelson, is Alabama good to go? Georgia good to go? What?
I would go to PACE nation.com and or .org, could be a .org. PACE Nation is like a national repository of information about PACE in every market. So they would probably be able to answer you in terms of your county or your city or your state.
All right. Any other questions for Nelson? I have a question for Chuck. Chuck, from a general contractor's perspective, is this is just another source to get things done? Or is there something that as a general contractor you have to deal with when you're working with a developer and utilizing this source of Nelson left the meeting. Okay, no, there he is. There's a picture. Source of funding for development or to play this into it. What do we know so far, Chuck?
You cut a lot, you cut out. I'm not sure if it was on my end or not. Can you condense that down and ask the question again?
From a general contractor's perspective, when dealing with new development with developers and the programs that are possible based on what Nelson is saying today, is there, and Nelson could answer this if you cannot, Chuck, that's okay. Is there any kind of a limitation to anything that we need to be concerned about, or it's just go, 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 Nelson or Chuck, from your perspective as a general contractor in new construction?
That'd be more of a Nelson question than mine. I mean, we can pretty
Okay.
much work with anything and learn, kind of learn. We utilize the other professionals to help us go, but I think Nelson will get right to it quicker than I would.
Okay, sounds
I
good.
would just say that we try to determine a poor performer in the renovation or somebody that's planning high performance in their development. And then we help map out a strategy that's going to get them the best results for the least investment, the most improvements.
Okay.
And then we put it through an incentive company that will find and acknowledge whatever incentives are available to that property due to its location, its tax ID number. And then we have a map of what kind of federal, state, local manufacturers, any kind of incentive, utility company incentives that would help offset some of the cost by some of those incentives. And a lot of that might be tax incentives. That would be cost segregation, 179D, 45L, also things that involve property asset disposition and recovery of depreciation or accelerated depreciation. And once we have a strategy that we deploy, and we figure out what to do, then we can actually, we have contractors, or we can work with your contractors to instruct what products and services and stuff that will get those results. And, once we do that, then, we get a finance facilitation fee for helping put that together.
All right, Nelson. Thank you. And the one thing I noticed, because I'm starting to do more of it now, I'm actually looking at my camera when I talk. For some reason, people seem to think that's better than looking down all the time. So all of you who want to speak, just look right at your camera once in a while.
Yeah, I forget to do
Do
that.
that,
Sorry.
Brian. Yeah. Any other questions or thoughts along that line that Nelson's been talking about? Nope. Okay, Brian Perry, look in chat. He's asking questions. There we go. Anybody want to address any of these things he's asking us? No? Now, Brian, or any of you, all of you, or Brian, you want to address what you're asking?
Actually, you helped me when you talked about that domestic partnership a little bit. That's why I keep coming back, because I
A domestic team.
domestic team team. Yeah, so that's gonna be helpful. So yeah, I mean, I'm listening.
Let me just, because you brought that up, I was on a regional call last week and people got very confused on what a domestic team is. Most people were thinking, oh, that's a team I can build here in the US, domestic. No, domestic team is a marriage license between two people. That's a domestic team. That's clarification on this recording. Okay, go ahead, Brian.
So yeah, my big thing is my fiance, soon to be wife. So that program and figuring that out and getting her a mentor is what I'm personally thinking about. But I know you do different topics on here, sustainability and contracting, and personally, not my wheelhouse, frankly. But the other things like EXPCon, as someone, I've only been here a year and a half maybe with the XP. So I've never gone to that. I have two other meetings in November that it's called Cornet Global and maybe the Massimo Group. They have a something coming up. I don't know if I could swing all three of these and still. But so this is going to have I think the breakout rooms though, Keith, from what I saw, they're not pertinent to like.
No, Brian, what you saw were breakout paths,
Oh,
PATHS, not rooms.
okay.
There's like 10 or 11 different paths you can go down. And you can choose one of those and go to all those different sessions that apply to that path. Am I correct, Dana?
Yeah, so there is, if you go to EXPCon and you go
Yes.
to the drop down menu, you can go down to commercial and you'll see that there are sessions for commercial
Yeah.
on the 28th, 29th, and 30th. I was just saying there's a commercial mixer in the works. So yeah, they're going to be doing a lot more programming for specifically commercial.
I've visited Massimo Con 2 years ago when they had it, same place.
Nice.
Excellent program.
Oh, good. I have somebody advocating. Yeah, I've known them they've been chasing for a long time because they have a good coaching program from what I understand. So you had a good time. It was in Texas, was it, when you went?
It's
Okay.
in Dallas, same place it was last time.
So
But
Brian,
the content was excellent.
yeah, Brian, one of the fellows in my organization, he is coming to EXPCon and 2 weeks later, he's going to Dallas to the Massimo. He will miss our 4-year celebration in Atlanta on November 13th and 14th.
4
Let
years.
me tell you what's even key to that. We are very honored and privileged, and he knows I'm about to say this, to have this fantastic speaker named Rich Enderlin show up and be one of our great speakers at our 4-year celebration. Do not know who Rich Enderlin is, but he's sitting right here on the screen with you.
Oh, good. Oh, good. Well, I hope you do a good job. The second one, and who's like our
Hold on,
face
hold
of
on.
the who's our
Good,
face
hold
of
on.
the
Hey,
franchise?
Max, you need to mute, buddy.
I am.
Go ahead, Brian.
And who's our face the franchise
What?
promoting us? Face of the
Franchise.
franchise, meaning like who's doing the recruit or like telling us about what's going on with EXP.
So our
yeah.
senior VP of EXP Commercial Growth is Sean Murphy. Our director of EXP Commercial Growth is Linda McNeese. And we will have a director of brokerage operations of EXP Commercial, who we all know now because it's been out there on the other websites, on KW's website, believe it or not. or
Hmm.
somewhere else. Blair sent me one. It's out there. It's public knowledge. It's going to be a guy named John Lyons.
Hmm.
Did you know that, Dana? Yeah, it's out there. It's out there somewhere. Blair and I saw it. It's out there. So he's coming.
And what are we doing with the the workplace groups and everything? Are they getting any
In
any-
August of 2025, Facebook is ending workplace worldwide. It will not exist anymore for
really?
anybody. Yes.
It is a freaking madhouse in there. I
Done.
can never find what group I'm supposed to or trying to find.
Well, here, I have a suggestion for you. Pull me up. Look at my profile. Check
Yeah,
out the groups I'm in. At least I'm one
Right.
person you can go look at. I'm in a
right.
lot of groups.
Yeah, because that's what I see. I'm like, there's a lot
Yeah.
more groups than just DXP commercial, but that makes it a little bit fragmented. But so what are they going to do then? It's just going to be on the EXP site, like groups or something?
C-Suite and EXP World Holdings, they've been looking at
Hmm.
different platforms, and we won't know yet.
Is it just because of security reasons or something like that? Or
My guess would be it's a very I mean, Workplace alone is a fantastic intranet. That's what we call it in telecom, intranet.
yeah.
And so what's the next fantastic intranet that kind of marries in with the XP world and whatever else we got going on in technology? So
Has anybody used Ecom, that loan platform for a deal?
you talk about comloan.com?
Yeah, Comloan. I mean, they're pretty competent.
Yeah, they're very confident. Yeah.
Worked with them on some projects. Didn't close anything with them though, but they did a pretty good job of presenting.
Yeah, it's all about your client, what they want to do.
Right. Yeah, because usually I have my banks that I refer and they're usually fine, but I kind of, I think they have a pretty good program potentially. I just don't know if they're just doing certain types of deals or what. I gotta be careful who does my office deals.
We got a liaison named Fred Owens. He actually was on a Zoom last week or a Google, one of those. You can go onto our calendar. If you go to your dashboard, you can look up the calendar. Comloan trainings on there once a month. You can go to Workplace and pull up Comloan and reach out to Fred and all those guys if you want to.
Right.
Look, I want to take time out for a second. Sam, you're a new face here, buddy. You showed up. You're gonna have to introduce yourself. Tell us where you are, what's going on. You're on recording.
Yes, hey, Keith, what's happening? This is Sam from San Diego.
All right.
Anyways,
Welcome.
I'm a real estate broker and a general contractor in San Diego.
So you're with EXP Commercial.
I am with EXP Commercial. Yes.
Welcome aboard, sir.
Anyways, I saw this network and I said, let's join. All right, let's make something happen.
Yeah. So you heard about our commercial crowd Zoom on Mondays from somebody? Is that how you got it?
Yes.
Send me an
Yes.
email if you want to get joined onto it, and I'll put you on the list.
Yeah, I'll send you an email.
Okay.
Let's get it going.
All right.
Keith, I'm looking for a mentor anyways. So I'm a mentee.
He's a mentee. Well, we got a lot of great mentors across the country.
I know.
Let's see, on this call, Rich, you mentoring right now? Maybe? Okay. Let's see, you got myself. Nelson, you mentoring? Yep, Nelson's in Texas. Blair's up in Philadelphia. I'm in Birmingham. We do have.
What are you, sorry, Keith, but you asked about mentoring, but what are you specializing in? What are you going to be doing in commercial real estate?
Multifamily and land development.
Okay. And you're in San Diego?
I'm in San Diego, yes.
Do you have any background experience in commercial real estate?
I was, the only thing I can say, I took all the classes. I was a realtor for almost 20 years, trying to jump into commercial. A little bit of experience.
So are you in EXP Realty or EXP Commercial?
Commercial.
Okay, so you're 100% committed to commercial?
Yes,
Okay, and you live in San Diego and you want to do multifamily?
correct. And
Okay.
land development.
All right. Well, San Diego's a little far south for me, but I do have some people that might be interested. So why don't you give me your information offline, and then I'll make a phone call for you.
There you go.
Do you guys know how to find each other in workplace? Do you know how to do that, Sam? You know how to look up Rich Enderlin on Workplace?
I can look for him.
Just put the last name in because sometimes when you look for people's first names, they could be Rich, Richard, Samuel Jr., whatever. Just put the last name in. That's usually a good start. Anyway, so
Yeah.
you can find Rich.
I
Well,
got it.
welcome, Sam. Welcome to everything.
There you go. Thank you.
Brian, I didn't mean to cut you off, but I just need, new face. I like to get them on every time. So go for it. Anything else, Brian? You were thinking you were advisor, sign in on expcommercial.com, takes you to your dashboard. You can find your calendar. Yeah. Somebody here today before this meeting started, or else on recording, said they found this on a calendar. Who was that? Who said that earlier? Max or somebody said that.
Yeah, that was me.
Yeah. You need to let me know where that is because that's news to all of us.
I'll send you the link. Just let me know where to.
Keith.andrews@expcommercial.com. That'll be good. Barb, what's going on in the Church Guy Network? Oops, she got quiet. We can move on. See chat. What do we got here? All right, she's probably doing something else. All right, anybody got any other questions before I turn off recording? Because we did do 46 minutes. Well, we're at 46 after the hour. Anything you want the people in the rest of the world to know that's on this recording? And actually, I'm going to pull up something, share a screen while you're talking. Whoever wants to talk to us, people. Anything? Any announcements? You want everybody else to know? Okay, I'm going to pull up something right here. Let's see. Hopefully, I'm going to hit share. It lets me share. You know what I mean? Here we go. I'm just putting this on a recording. So it's there. Anybody see anything? No, it's still ticking, still spinning. Anyways, this is the save to date. I've also posted it on Workplace page, but I'm telling you, we did a 3-year celebration last year in November here in Birmingham. It was a blast. We had 9 of our 12 icons show up, and we had people from around the country show up. It was pretty good. This year, we've got several great speakers, and it's going to be Wednesday is going to be the big celebration Wednesday evening in Atlanta. And then Thursday all day will be the IRL with all the speakers. We'll put out a room block on this same flyer. You'll see a bunch of other speakers' names, and we'll put the room block reservation code that's on the QR code and also registration to be there. We will have early bird registration at $49 a head until October 19th. On October 19th, it's going to cost you $79 to join us in Atlanta. If you have guests that you want to bring, register, send without you, whatever, because we will talk about EXP commercial during those day and a half. They'll get their fill, and it'll probably work out great for you and them. It's $35 for them. Okay, I'm just giving you a heads up. So I will stop sharing this. It's on the recording now. Good, we're done. I'm going to go ahead and turn off the recording unless anybody else has anything you want to add. Anything?
Keith, can you send that link in the chat?
That one I just showed?
Yeah.
I did it in a Workplace today twice. There's one on EXP Commercial Certified Advisors at EXP.
You gonna make me do all that work?
You should have Workplace up 24 hours a day, man, because people are looking for you. Let me stop this.